Okay, so going to a friend's house or eating out can be tricky. That's the truth. What we want to do is do our very best. So, especially when you go out to eat, if you can try to get something where the foods are like kind of separated, like a barbecue chicken and a mashed potato and a broccoli, or fajitas, where it's like here's the chicken, here's the peppers, the sauteed peppers and onions, and here's the beans and here's the rice. That's going to be a little easier on you for tracking, and you can take a picture of it and try to track it later. You could also kind of eyeball it. I don't recommend eyeballing it all the time, especially when you're actively trying to be in a deficit. But you can use that when you're going out to eat. I would also, if you're going out, I would add a teaspoon of oil at least, just as a placeholder. We're not going to be completely accurate. Even restaurants that list their nutritional information, that's just like the perfect plates that they actually measure. Most employees aren't going to measure it correctly all the time. Sometimes they're going to put 3 ounces of meat on a plate, and sometimes they're going to put 2 ounces. So we do the best we can. Now, if eating out is something that you do regularly, you're going to have to be more vigilant about it. If it's something that you do with your family once, twice a week, a couple times a month, your best is all that's going to matter for sure. And having that placeholder in there. So what I would do is try to, again, itemize it if you can and add a little bit of extra oil. You could also search in the database in MyFitnessPal of that food. Don't just automatically click the one with the lowest calories. Overestimate a little bit. But, if it's like this big of a macaroon or something and it says like 500 calories, be a little reasonable with yourself and be like, that might be a bigger portion than what this actual one is. So you're going to have to use your best judgment. And if it's something that, like I said, if you're doing frequently, then we can chat about it more. But if it's here and there, do your best. It shouldn't be something that you have to stress about. If you know you're going to be going out to eat one day, I would try to put that in first when I'm tracking and then work backwards from that. I wouldn't want you to skip any meals, but I would want to maybe cut down on some of the other, like the portion sizes. When you're going out to eat or when you're going to a friend's house, carbs and fats are going to be aplenty. So try to really keep that protein up as much as you can in your other meals in the day. Maybe cut back on the portions just a little bit. But we want to be able to enjoy food. We want to be able to fit it in. So if there's anything that you know you're going to have, try to put it in first and do your very best.